They prayed before they ate. And if you're like me, and you sat down, you would see a portrait of George Washington. You'd also have a United States flag. And you'd wonder, what am I going to do when I grow up? Now, none of these children could do any of those things without God and without the veterans. Without the veterans, there would be no civic community as we know it. Public works would not exist. We wouldn't be a one nation. We wouldn't be under God's protection. So we come to realize that the earliest veterans started something that we hold very sacred, and that is why we are here today, along with honoring all veterans. And if you're a veteran, could you hold up your hand? Let's give them all a hand. We thank God for you, and we thank God for what He's done in your life, enabling you to be here today. We have dedicated some bricks, and with the help of $250 from the state SAR, we were able to, and some other donations, able to put a brick in honor of those, particularly the ones that are buried in unknown locations. And so before we do that, we have some special honors that we'd like to bestow on individuals that have donated their time and their effort, and will be a testimony for all times from this day forward. So 250 years from now, individuals can read and understand better the American Revolutionary soldiers due to the study and research that has taken place, and they will have a place like this to do it in as well, a place of quiet, solitude, and reverence. We have 3 bronze citizenship medals we'd like to bestow at this time. Tom Whiteman and Jim McNabb are going to do that with us at this time. And we'd like to have James Patrick Romack to come forward and receive a bronze citizenship medal, as well as Catherine Kesterson and Ted Scheidler. It's one way we can say thank you, because the work they've done, and I mean many, many hours, a lot of legwork, and we appreciate their hard labor. And it's a testimony to a foundation we feel is important to remember. And well, we want to say special thanks to Catherine, and she is the regent for the Paul Revere chapter that has very good meetings. We try to attend them, as well as my wife. The DAR, if you're a DAR, could you stand to be recognized at this time? Just give a hand to the DAR. Thank you for your attendance and all the hard work that you've done throughout the years. We wouldn't even probably have hardly anything without the DAR. So with that in mind, Kevin, you've got a special.
Good morning. My name is Catherine Irons Kesterson, and I am the Regent of Daughters of the American Revolution. What I have here is a commendation certificate plaque, as well as a medal for Ted Scheibler, to say thank you for his exceptional work and extraordinary efforts to help us recognize our patriots, our pioneer patriots, before these established armed services here in the United States. We had pioneer patriots who left their homes to be in the militia. They laid down their lives to join and to fight. So let me explain what this commendation is. The DAR America 250 Commendation Medal and Certificate are awarded to non-member individuals and groups who have made outstanding contributions to preserving the legacy of the American Revolution. Recipients are recognized for their dedication to honoring Revolutionary War patriots, educating the public, and raising community awareness during America's 250th anniversary. Ted, because of your exceptional dedication to sharing the stories and vital contributions of our Delaware County's patriots through your blog, a new medium, tedscheibler.com, we are deeply grateful. Thank you for saying yes when I reached out to you last summer. You willingly said, absolutely, let's do it. We had a vision to bring our patriots' voices beyond their pension records, beyond their library index cards, allowing them to tell their stories whenever possible through their own voices. Today, our Delaware County patriots are known further and wider, and for some, they are finally recognized with the correct service record attached and their right place of burial attached to their name. The Paul Revere chapter of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution is proud and honored to present you with this DAR America 250 Commendation Medal and Certificate. It is our great pleasure to recognize and honor your outstanding efforts and wonderful writing in celebrating and commemorating our nation's 250th anniversary. We
Taking a few minutes, we'll reflect on the lives of the individuals that we're honoring in a brick. Those bricks have been placed over here in this corner. If you have the time, you can look at the names that have been the bricks. And if you know of a veteran that you want to honor, you can talk to Patrick Womack about honoring your a veteran that you would like have a brick as well. But we're looking at the last page of your bulletin, reviewing that rather briefly, but we're reviewing it at this time. Alexander McAllister, John Barnes, Lemuel Peterson, Thomas Thompson, William Williams, and William Wicker. Each one of those have been meticulously researched and have been written by Ted Scheibler with assistance from our regent here. So we're just very grateful for that. Each one of those individuals, the first 5, are in unknown locations buried in Delaware County. So they might be under a tree, they might be, I heard about this one that might be here, somebody else heard, well, I think he's somewhere else. But anyway, they are buried here in Delaware County, and we appreciate the records that we have on them. Some of them were as young as 13 or 14 years of age. And some of them, at least a couple of those individuals, were injured during the Revolutionary War. One of the things that we deal with with war veterans, individuals that were injured, is how do we support them after this incident occurs. And many times the veterans are not always supported like they do, and they don't get the support that we should give them. So we've learned from the past, and that's why this place actually exists. And we are appreciating our veterans, and perhaps more so than they did 200 or so years ago. Many of these individuals were not paid a pension, even though they requested them. Some of them weren't real literate, and some of them had problems with memory and validation of their service during the war. So, but we do have a good record of each one of those. We're also going to recognize William Wicker, and does anybody want to recognize this? The Tom Whiteman, where are you at? This is your fourth great grandfather. So we're honoring him as well as his three sons who were in the War of 1812. And does anybody else have is there any descendants of the individuals that are, I've listed? Is there any descendants? If not, okay. I'd like to now draw your attention to World War II era veteran Lee Swanson. Is anybody here related to Lee? Let's give a hand to you. In the SAR, Sons of American Revolution, we get awful close to these guys over the years. And Lee enjoyed the meetings thoroughly, as did his wife. And he would comment about what a wonderful world that we live in, and what a great community we serve and we live in, and things that we can enjoy, and including reading and researching about our ancestors and history. And his wife, Ross, would also tell me the latest books that she was reading. So, your daughter, are you a daughter?
Yes.
Okay. So you know that I knew Lee. He passed away back in 2015, actually 11 years ago. At the end of the SAR meetings, Lee would look me straight in the face and say, Mark, when I go, I want you to remember me some way. I want to be remembered. And so, this is for Lee and his family. Like I said, God is preparing for each one of us for a heavenly place, and he knew that. He was a believer in the Lord. So he's at a place where we'll be too. But he'll be welcoming us. And we're glad to do that for Lee today and his family. Also, I have a son that is listed on the back page, and his name is Jeremy Todd Krebs, and he's in the Army, and he does several things in the Army. He's a sergeant, and so he's responsible. My wife and I acknowledge. This is Janet Krebs, and thank you very much. So he's stationed in Fort Hood right now. But in a few minutes, we're going to do a flag folding ceremony. And he, since he's in Texas, one of the things that he does, among many, is to help in the full flag folding ceremony and presents a flag to the widow or the remaining family members. And he does that throughout the state of Texas. So he does what we're going to be doing is honoring the veterans. So he has kept that close to him, and he touches lives in Texas. And just as we can touch other people and we let them know that we think highly of our nation, we are instilling that in our youth today. And I appreciate the youth that we have today that are participating in our program. That concludes my